There are many ways to play Barbarian in D&D, many correct options and many less so. But what is key is that you understand your role, your strengths, and your strength. You dictate the flow of combat. And now let's get into how to best do that. Welcome to Optimizing D&D, the Barbarian. Like last time, we're going to go through the class, analyze every choice we could make, and go over how to make the best choices for your character, and especially how to not make the worst decisions. This one is going to be much shorter than the Artificer one, because it's a much simpler class. But I still hope the ideas that I describe can be useful to you. To start, Barbarians get a lot of guarantees. They get light and medium armor, shields, simple and martial weapons. They also get rage and unarmored defense. All of this together means a few key things. You can own in combat or you will be completely useless. Unless you get magic armor, don't wear armor, focus on magic rings, cloaks, and bracers to increase your AC. Really try to get that magic weapon, and above all else, boost your movement as much as you can. You want to have strength be your highest stat, then con, then dex, and then your other three, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, are irrelevant. Dump them as hard as necessary. You want con higher than dex because both con and dex go into your armor class, and con also contributes to your hit points. So if you have a 16 and a 14, put the 16 in con, it'll just work out better. For your weapons, paired with a shield, go one-handed a warhammer, longsword, or rapier. Or if you're using two hands, a great axe, greatsword, or lance, if you can pull it off. If not, a glaive or spear would work just fine. And like I said before, no armor. Your AC should be around 15 naked and 17 with a shield. So why wear armor if it's just going to slow you down? For your skill proficiencies, I'd recommend taking things like athletics and perception as opposed to animal handling or history, but really, it's up to you. There are some, as you should know, that are more useful than others. And then for your level abilities, you get no choices until your subclass, but your guarantees guide your choices. You can rage, which gives you resistances and extra melee damage with strength weapons, so go with strength weapons. And you can perform reckless attacks with melee weapons. So with that, you know your role. You get a big stick, wear no clothing, and run screaming at your enemies with so much ferocity that their hearts give out before you ever get to them. For your subclasses, there is a best option. That is to take Path of the Totem Warrior at level 3, taking the Bear Totem. And if you're feeling like you're resistant to all damage, including Psychic, go with Kalishtar as your race. However, that's not the only way to be strong as a Barbarian. There are other options as well. Unlike Artificer, since this class lacks a lot of complexity that one did, we'll go with some of these options now. We'll have a look at them. There is Path of the Beast with no weapons, using your natural claws to make 3 attacks per turn. Path of the Storm Herald with the Ocean option for lightning damage and a radius around yourself. Zealot Barbarian paired with a Cleric in your party so that they can drop you in. You fight until you die, and then you just get resurrected for free and then keep on going. Ancestral Guardian is a more situational path, but one that still calls for some attention. Literally, that's what it does. It makes your enemies target only you, so you'd better have some good hit points. Wild Magic is also interesting, but the concept is kind of wasted on a mediocre subclass. It has too few possibilities, and eventually you can pick your Wild Magic option, which kind of defeats the spiritual purpose of Wild Magic, in my opinion. And then there's Battle Rager and Berserker to round out all of the subclass options, and those are actually terrible, so don't go with them. No matter how much like Grog you want to be, it is not worth it. At levels 4, 8, 12, 16, and 19, you get ability score improvements or feats, and the following ones are what I'd recommend you look into. Crusher, Piercer, or Slasher, depending on which weapon type you use, and some other good ones are Charger, Fighting Initiate, Great Weapon Master, Lucky, Mage Slayer, Martial Adept, Mobile, Savage Attacker, Sentinel, and Tough. And then some more situational but fun ones are Alert, Dual Wielder, Polearm Master, Shield Master, and Tavern Brawler. They can be good, given the situation, which is why I separated them from the others, and like Polearm Master, they can be great, Or it could be useless if all of a sudden you find a different weapon that's way better in everything except for that one specific use case. It just depends. Most of those feats probably won't be a waste to take, and paired well with your subclass will probably produce a very good character. For higher levels of specific barbarian subclasses, there are optimizations. However, they're very intuitive, you would say. Movement skill or skill proficiencies beat carrying capacity or travel speed. Slowing auras beat minimal damage because you can slow people down, lock them in, and beat them up even harder. But other than that, Barbarian is a very simple class. There are ways to make sure it's done right and avoid any useless options that the game may otherwise incentivize you to take. I'm not saying to play a mechanics-only piece of cardboard instead of a well-rounded character of your own unique creation, but instead to play your character stronger and be a force in and out of role-playing, to not have to worry as hard about combat, to be mighty, to destroy. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Next time, we'll design a build using these ideas, and hopefully I do it right. Be sure to check out the Patreon, where you could have seen this video a few days in advance, as well as received several homebrew packs, and maybe even playing a one-shot DM'd by me. We also have other social medias where we are constantly updating you all about what's going on behind the scenes, and we have a Twitch page where we very occasionally stream live games. We want to do more, but wow, scheduling D&D is hard. You know what? I should actually probably hop in and start streaming some Baldur's Gate or something. You know, keep our place in the algorithm, but who knows? Maybe let me know in the comments down below if you'd be interested in joining me for that. But with that note, I guess we're all done here for today, guys, so I guess that's it. Bye.